What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to give you guys a quick market update as we're seeing some volatility as we've gotten the CPI numbers released this morning at about 8:30 a.m. So I just want to keep you guys updated before we hop on the live stream tonight at 5:45 p.m. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of these urgent market updates or tutorials that we upload to the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. I'm gonna let you guys know where I think price is headed. I'm gonna update you on one of my current trades, and I'll let you know what levels I'm looking at for future trades. Let's get into it. So here we are on the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. Now, one thing I do want to point out, guys, is in the macro, you will know that we have been getting these 6-day and 5-day green dots. Now, one thing to note here is that the VWAPs are starting to curve down over here. Let me just move this over so I know you guys can see it. These VWAPs are starting to curve down, so if we are going to get these crossovers, we could be printing red dots here coming very soon, which wouldn't be looking good for our relief rally that we've been expecting. So you just want to keep that in mind. However, the green dots obviously are still there. Now, moving on to the daily, I do think the daily has a little bit more room to come down. You will see that our VWAP is deep below that zero line, but it does look like we could have more room to come down. The money flow is curving out. 12-hour money flow got rejected at that zero line, is now coming out. Not looking as good as it previously was, right? We were looking for these money flow crossovers on the 16-hour and the 12-hour, these longer hourly time frames. We came right up into the green before coming right back down into the red. So more of a bearish sign, if I'm being honest. Now, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit to the current price action that we're getting right now so I can kind of dissect what has happened and what I am expecting to happen here coming very soon. Now, I went ahead and put this chart in our Discord and updated our Discord members on what I was expecting to happen this morning. You can see here, I was saying, hey, everyone, right now the 4 hours back in the red with the money flow. 3-hour money flow crossover is happening currently, so it's a bit more bearish. The daily also looks like it can come down some more. We also have the CPI numbers coming out at 8.6%, which is bearish as well. And then I gave some levels with a picture of the chart here that said, here are some levels to watch. Blood diamonds popping up on the lower time frames currently. Beautiful rejection off of that high volume node. And I'm looking at the spider line at about 29,130 for our next big level of support. So let's go back to the chart so I can kind of break that down. This is the high volume node rejection I was talking about. And if we come to lower time frames, this is absolutely textbook price action here, guys. We get the breakdown past this golden pocket, come up for a bearish retest, you get the yellow X confirmation, and this is money, guys. Absolute money. You want to watch for the breakout, the retest, and then the breakdown. And when you get these yellow X's, it gives you that much more confidence to get into the trade. This would have been an absolutely epic textbook trade to enter in on that rejection. Could have come down for about 2.4% profit. Throw a little leverage on that and could turn into some really, really good gains. Obviously, be careful with the leverage. You want to use lower leverage, especially if you're a beginner. Now, you will see that we did just smash right through that spider line, but we did come up and bearishly retest it before coming down a little bit lower. Some other things to note here, guys. Blood diamond on the 18-minute as well as the 15-minute. So this was kind of foreshadowing this dump, rejecting off of that key level of resistance, this high volume node with the blood diamond. Would have got me in that trade to a ride down to the golden pocket. Then we broke through, bearish retest, yellow X, could have wrote it down, smashed right through that spider line, obviously came out, bearishly retested and came down lower, and came down to our next level that I was telling our Discord members to watch at about 28,800. I also called this on the BitBoy Crypto morning stream. So there you go. Can't really play out much better than that. Almost came down to our level here to the dollar. Now, just to update you guys on my current trades, I do have an Ethereum short open. Got $177 locked in profit, $139 in profit still, $430 in the position, 3.3x leverage. That lower leverage, right? You want to be using lower leverage, guys. You don't want to be using 50x, 60x, unless you truly know what you're doing and you understand the risks that come with it. Then that's fine. If it's working for you, that's totally fine. You can use higher leverage, but I don't recommend any beginners or anybody really under a very, very advanced level using higher leverage. As you can see, I am using a lower amount of leverage here at about 3.3x. up about 47%. Like I said, $177 locked in. And then I actually don't have it pulled up on the computer, but I do have it pulled up on my phone. Did close a Bitcoin short in about 22% profit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. If the camera will focus. There you go, 22%. Just didn't have it loaded on the computer here, but did close that Bitcoin short for about 22% profit. Nice trade there. Gonna keep this Ethereum short open. And speaking of Ethereum, guys, let's go ahead and take a look. Obviously, our Bitcoin call worked out pretty well. Now, coming over to Ethereum, we do have some things to talk about here. I also did put in the Discord that we were looking for a breakdown of this descending triangle, if that's what you want to call it. A little bit of a funky looking triangle here, but basically a descending triangle. We were looking for the breakdown here, and I was saying in the Discord, if we do get that breakdown out of the descending triangle, I would expect a move pretty quickly down to around this range at about 1650. Would expect a pretty quick movement here. Now, I do just want to touch on this for a minute, guys, because I think it's important. I was able to tell that if we broke this level that we would come for a quick move down. I knew it was going to be a pretty violent move down to 1650. Granted, I do want to point out we did not come exactly to 1650, but we came to like 1650 something, so it was pretty close, about 1655. Yeah, about 1656, something like that. But I did know this was going to be I knew that this was going to be a quick move down because there was no volume here. So when you're using, tools like the VPVR or this fixed range volume profile, you can kind of see, I bring this up on my channel a lot. When you get these big voids in volume here, if you come and you kind of circle that area, you can kind of see that when you come into these low volume areas, you tend to get very quick movements. And using the VPVR, I did notice that, there was not much support between the bottom of this descending triangle and this 1650 level. So I was expecting a quick move. And again, just like a textbook trading here, you broke down below that value area low, bearish retest, yellow X, just like on Bitcoin, and then you get that fast move down. So I hope some of those people in Discord were able to kind of see my suggestions, hit the charts, do their own TA, because you should never copycat trade, never a good idea. You guys want to learn how to do this yourself, so you don't need other people. But I hope some of the people in Discord were able to, do their own analysis and get into some of those trades and use that information to make some money. Now, next areas I am looking for ETH. If we continue further, if we can come all the way down to the 1650 level and break it, I would be looking closer to this 1580 level. I think we could get down there pretty quickly. And if we start printing more yellow X's, I do think we can cut into this white box of support. And I do think 1580 or 1590 about would be a likely place to stop off. Coming back to Bitcoin real quick. Again, you do have the macro golden pocket down here, right? Yellow X brought you down. You might have another one bring you down. I do think we can come down and test this 28,720 level if we continue down, right? Now, you want to remember 3 hour has just crossed into the red with the money flow. And the last time this happened, it was not very pretty, but I would, definitely be watching this macro golden pocket. Maybe we break back into it. But I would expect the macro golden pocket to hold. If it does not hold, I do think we might be looking for lower prices on Bitcoin. A little hard to say right now. I know everybody's expecting this relief bounce, but like I said, on the higher time frames, with the VWAPs coming back down on these higher hourly time frames, I think we might be in store, maybe to print another red dot on these higher time frames before eventually getting another one that might be more indicative of the bottom. And before I let you go, guys, I do just want to touch on two of our favorite altcoins. We've got Cardano here. If you guys watch the live streams, you will know that we did put in a little trade here. It was not, I make these calls on my live stream. I do want to be fully transparent. I missed this trade, but I did call it on the live stream. So I hope some of the CandleMafia were able to see what we were looking at here. Basically, what we saw was bearish divergences forming on the higher time frames like the 3 hour, the 4 hour, the 2 hour, and you can see it right here. You have your higher highs on price. This is absolutely textbook. And you have your lower highs on your momentum waves on Market Cipher B. You come up, boom, you dumped. And I also did kind of point out, when you break these value area highs, it is very likely to come towards that point of control, and that is exactly what we are seeing. So shout out to anybody who took that information on the live stream and used it to their advantage. It actually played out absolutely beautifully. Pretty proud of that one. Now, also, right before I let you guys go, I do want to touch on XRP really quickly because, like I said, on the morning stream, on the BitBoy Crypto morning stream today, you might be in for some turbulence here. During the weekend, you do have a confirmed 4-hour blood diamond. These things can bring you down a little bit. And you are also getting these starting to pop up on the higher time frames, 12-hour blood diamond. Now, the reason this makes me a little bit nervous is you are below this high volume node. This is very strong resistance. You broke down below it, tested it, printed a blood diamond, came down, retested it, printed another blood diamond, and now you are coming down again. I do think that with the rejection off of this point of control, as well as the blood diamond, I think it could have the power to bring us down to the value area low at about 35 cents, where I will be looking to possibly accumulate a little bit more XRP for my long-term holdings. So just keep that in mind. You do have the 12-hour blood diamond. You also have a confirmed 16-hour blood diamond here, printed a little while ago, but you might be printing another one here coming pretty soon. So you do have this. Sometimes they are lagging a little bit. Sometimes these can foreshadow a yellow X or another blood diamond that's going to play out a little bit more. But, confirmed on the 16-hour, printing on the 12-hour, and confirmed on the 4-hour. This is not really a good look for XRP. You also have your 4-hour money flow coming out at the same exact time, which could make for a little bit more of a powerful move. You do have your VWAP rounding off, so maybe you come up a little bit, but definitely not a good sign. I just wanted to bring these blood diamonds up to you guys because they do play out pretty well. So anyone who's interested in accumulating XRP, I would recommend maybe keeping an eye on it here because you might be dropping into the 35-cent level here coming up pretty soon. Possibly, nothing's 100%, so obviously do your own research, guys. This is not financial advice. But with all that being said, guys, you got the levels. I showed you XRP, I showed you Ethereum, I showed you Bitcoin. I hope that keeps you guys updated until our live stream tonight at 5:45. And with all that being said, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, we winning by a landslide.